That's that bird from the abattoir that's getting married to Cannonball Taffy-O Jones.
Yeah! Cannonball Taffy-O Jones!
That's right, you ignorant English wankers!
There are more laughs from Richie and Eddie in the BBC Videos and Audio Collection, on sale now.
Imagine your first boyfriend, the excitement and the anticipation of the first kiss. You multiply that by 10, and that's the rush we get.
Imagine riding at 40 miles per hour through the city where ASAP just ain't quick enough. Experience The Need for Speed, Sunday at 9 on BBC2.
Nigel the Valiant is back as Dangerfield on BBC One shortly, and for Northern Ireland at 10:15. BBC Two in half an hour revels in sweet revenge with Johnny Vaughan and the Fall Guy. And for the Comedy Zone now on BBC Two, snippets to make you snigger from Pulp Video. And stay tuned for a rendition of Bohemian Rhapsody that'll make your hair curl.
Sorry, sir, we've had a closer look. It appears you've definitely been sold a ringer.
7.5 months pregnant, and I've just seen a picture of a baby in the scan. So cute. He's got his father's eyes, his father's nose, and his father's chin. And thanks to the child support agency, I've got his father's balls.
Well, that was marvellous. Happy anniversary there by Slit Whitman. And I played that especially because it's a very special day for a wonderful, wonderful person who's extremely special to me. It's exactly 5 years to the day since I, Larry Logan, started my wee show here on Pulp FM. But enough about me. And while we're on the subject of anniversaries, I've got a lovely letter here from Donald and Margaret in Edinburgh, one wonderful capital city. Oh, stop it, you're telling porkies it's an absolute midden. Honestly, you're incorrigible. Right. OK, Donald and Margaret are celebrating their golden, and that's a long, long time, let me tell you, wedding anniversary. They say they're still madly in love. Oh, stop it, you two. Still at it like nice, a couple of manky pigs. Honestly, give you the boat. No, I'm only kidding. OK. Although the children live abroad and can't be with them for the occasion, they say if I could play Close to You by the Carpenters, that would make this special day just that wee bit more special. Oh, well. Sorry I can't fit that in today, Donald and Margaret. But I will try and squeeze it in for you sometime next week, if you're still with us. Another letter, then. Another letter here from Ronnie in Saltcoats, lovely, lovely Saltcoats by the sea. And he says, I think we're all guilty of giving big people a hard time. For instance, the other day, a friend and I were sitting together on a crowded train, and a fat woman got on, and for a laugh, we both got up and offered her the space. Everyone laughed. But it's not something I'm proud of. Oh, well, an act of contrition there from Ronnie. And if anyone out there, by the way, is seeing or going out with or even married to a big fat woman, then remember, it's the little everyday things that matter. Remember, big women can be attractive too, so let her know that. But at the same time, encourage her to be thin. OK. So I think it's very much the case of lay off the trifle or slap her arse and ride the waves. OK. Here's a song from you blimpy birds out there. Stick with us, we're having a party with no trifle. 16 Tons by Tennessee Ernie Ford.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome America's cabaret sensation, Mr. Vince Sinclair.
Ooh, mama, I just killed a man. Put a gun against his head. I pulled my trigger, bang, bang, ooh, ouch, dead. Goodbye, everybody now. It's time for me to go. This time I've gone and thrown it all away. Let me tell you, mama, shooby-doo-doo, anytime that the wind blows. Didn't mean to make you cry, boo-hoo. If I'm not back around this time tomorrow, carry on, 'cause nothing really matters. Hey, Scaramouche, Bigelow!
It lies beneath your feet, but you've never noticed. A strange urban world you've never even dreamed of.
Right now, I'm somewhere under London and I'm in trouble.
And if you get drawn in,
we're going to find out who killed my family and we're going to avenge them.
you may never return.
I want my life back.
New science fiction to chill your spine.
Isn't this going to be fun?
Neverwhere. Thursday at 9 on BBC2. You may never be the same again.
God help us all.
Today was gonna be the day they
Will it be morning glory for Oasis? Or Pulp in a different class? With stiff competition from the great and the good of contemporary British music, it could be a night of surprises.
I'm shaking like a leaf on a tree.
The 1996 Album of the Year for the Mercury Music Prize. Tuesday, 11:15, BBC2.
Now on BBC2, the traps are set and the victims are in view. Time to call in the fall guy.
Thank you very much. Oh, yes. Welcome to The Fall Guy, the show which raises incompetence to an art form. Each week we send out our very own agent provocateur to wreak chaos, havoc, and above all, vengeance on an unsuspecting world. So, without further ado, let's meet the instrument of our folly. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you my master of disaster, TV's avenging angel, the Fall Guy himself, Mr. Danny Brown. Can you hear me, Dan? You feeling good today? You feeling on form?
Feeling superb.
Yeah? Marvellous. Well, you go on, Sunbeam, and you prepare for your first mission. Ladies and gentlemen, there he goes, the Fall Guy. Just to remind you, Dan will be receiving commands down his tiny, hidden earpiece, and will be following his actions using specially secreted, state-of-the-art micro cameras and these studio monitors behind me. To help me dream up ever more intricate and bizarre things for him to do, I have with me the dangerously hilarious Rona Cameron and the laughably funny Mr. John Thompson. You feeling good?
Feel fine.
You feeling comfortable in this bunker environment, nice and secure,
it's really nice.
safe from the world. Actually, hang on, wait a second, because I think he's actually arrived. He has. Now, Dan, you must be puzzled as to why I've sent you to the forest.
I was wondering.
Yeah, do you remember that movie Rambo, Dan?
Oh, it's one of my favourites. I love that bit, you know, when he shows his own scar up.
Well, today, you're going to live that fantasy.
What do you mean?
Well, I'll tell you, you're going to be a survivalist, Dan. You're going to live in the woods, pit your wits against the power of cruel Mother Nature and train up a crack troop of outdoor pursuiters. How do you feel, Dan?
You know, not bad.
Well, off you go, you tireless oaf. Break out your khaki fatigues, dust off your Watland dorm. And because Dan would have absolutely no chance of fooling anyone if left to his own devices, to help him out, I've got a man to talk him through the Call of the Wild. He's fought with the SAS and SBS, he's run with the paratroopers and penetrated all kinds of enemy lines. He's the hardest man I've ever met, and he is human. Oh, top stuff. On superb form today, Dan, eh?
Oh, aye.
But a good day's work. The Fall Guy, ladies and gentlemen. TV's Avenging Angel. Ladies and gentlemen, Robert Joseph. We are coming to the end of the show, so we'll leave Danny there trying to salvage his good name. But what I want to know is he any good? Rona, John, what do you reckon of his performance today?
Really good accent, really consistent, excellent accent.
Sometimes he slips into Leeds a bit, but that was...
Yeah, a bit Leeds and the aristocrat there. There's a bit of... But when he's concentrating on just excellent result, really.
I really did like his drunk top.
Anyway, thank you very much. Rona Cameron and John Thompson. Big hand, ladies and gentlemen, please. Well, that is it for the Fall Guy this week. More inane antics next week. But in the meantime, remember, don't get mad. Get the Fall Guy.
Have you seen these guys?
Sexual, athletic, and without a trace of self-consciousness.
Raw talent.
Yes, he is talented.
His buttocks are sublime.
Okay, it's at 11:15, 11:15, 11:15.
You know, you see the athletes preach that, you see the politicians preach that.
11:15, but you get it 3 nights a week.
It's a big deal.
Sanders and Seinfeld, double trouble.
You gotta listen to the little man.
At these times on BBC2.
The little man knows all.
Thank you.
In a couple of minutes, Newsnight. First on BBC2, the problems of trying to party.
Not many people do go out specifically to pull. Most people go out to get off in, to get pissed.
You can't go out to pull because you just pull anyway.
And you go out to get in a state, you know, in a day. If you pull, it's just an added extra.
If you're feeling you really want a definite one, if you really,
you know where to go. You can go Black Lion on Friday night.
You get in there by 8 o'clock. And by 9:30, you pull your arse felt 14 times and you pulled.
Black Lion's alright.
I know.
There's no clubs around here though, no one nightclub. There used to be the Boot upstairs, there used to be the National, Shabby's, Connections and the Boot upstairs. And they were nightclubs and they open till... They've stopped, there's a licence now, you can only go till 12 o'clock in the night. All the pubs are open. And that used to be Deckers and used to be brilliant, but now they've shut down... To stop all the trouble, haven't they? They've shut down... They've shut all the pubs and they're shut by 12 o'clock. There's no nightclubs, no upstairs places, just the ordinary pubs. They've shut down all of them.
Yeah, but
there's nothing.
What they done to stop the trouble was...
They
put it from 2 o'clock to 12 o'clock, and then there was more trouble because people coming up from the pubs and the people coming up from the nightclubs were all fighting with the taxis.
Desert Storm, the most high-tech campaign in history. Yet one of the Allies' key advisors had been dead for over 2,000 years.
Those same principles that applied to the days of Hannibal apply today.
How the genius of an ancient general helped the Allies in the Gulf War.
I learned many things from the study of the Battle of Cannae that I applied to Desert Storm.
Hannibal and Desert Storm begins a new series of Time Watch, Tuesday at 9 on BBC2.
For BBC2 Now, Newsnight.
And I am saying today to the party and to the Constitutional Convention that a second referendum is not necessary and will not be pursued by the Labour Party.
He's changed his policy on Scotland 3 times in 3 months. How credible does this leave Labour's shadow Scottish Secretary and his party?